The race for the White House, former President Donald Trump threatening to upend the NATO alliance if he's reelected. How the White House and world leaders are responding tonight. Here's ABC's Alex Brachet from the campaign trail in South Carolina.
Tonight, former President Trump under fire for saying if elected again, he wouldn't protect NATO allies that don't contribute enough to the defense fund.
If we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
The White House calling those comments unhinged, saying during the Biden presidency, NATO is the largest and most vital it has ever been. NATO's General Secretary saying in a statement today, any suggestion that allies will not defend each other undermines all of our security, including that of the U.S.
And Alex joins us live from South Carolina. Alex, President Biden preparing for a likely rematch with Trump, and now he's responding directly to Trump's comments about NATO.
That's right, Rachel. The president out with a statement tonight saying that Trump has made it clear as day that he would abandon our NATO allies if Russia attacked, calling it appalling and dangerous. Rachel?
Alex, thank you.
All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. I want to say and give double honors of the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect, the 144,000. Lord willing, with some of those men. Salutations to my fellow Akim, who also fear and preach in the name of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, I'm your brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson. And it's on this video. This was inspired by a video that Bishop Elder Einach put up. His page is GMS ISOL 144. All right, and this is another sign. This is a sign of the 10 horns are going to hate the whore. This is why the 10 horns will hate the whore. Who is the whore? The whore is America, Babylon the Great. All right, and the 10 horns are on that beast, the beast system, starting with NATO, the EU. It's a system of Edomite supremacy, all right? But but the whore, she's the one that controls the beast. She's the one that, the beast looks to, particularly for military might. That's what this is going into. Trump said that if he wins, he's not going to give these NATO countries protection if they don't put into their own military, And those are fighting words, according to the whore. If you ever wonder, well, why these nations going to turn their back on America, because you're going to have a king, Lord willing, is King Trump, right? Nero, right? Lord willing, he's back in, and his guys, the Lord's going to use this man to basically shit on his allies, man, and his allies going to have nothing but a reason to fight against it. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Why are they going to hate the whore? Because the whore is now the whore is jumping back. There's another precept where it says what? He puffeth at his enemies. Puffeth. Shalakia. He puffeth up. KJV. That's not the one I want. He puffeth at right? This is the book of Psalms 10 and 5. This because this man's proud. He believes that America can never fall. America will always be in its dominance and prominent, but that's not the case. That's not the case. And the Lord Yahweh Shai is putting this thing together so he can destroy this place. All right. And he's gonna use America's own allies to do such a thing. You ain't gonna be able to blame this on Raheem, Hector, Jorge, Tonto. No, that's not gonna be. You ain't gonna be able to blame Jake for that. Okay, because this house is divided. Let me keep reading this real quick. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Because these other nations, they have nuclear capabilities too. All right, and if they see that this devil, this whore ain't gonna defend them, because they need defending. Right? He actually said out of his own mouth, if Russia was to attack any of those countries, that he would tell them, go ahead, do what they got to do. because they ain't paid their money. They ain't paid their debt to the whore, man. Right? This is Psalm 10:5. His ways are always grievous. As a matter of fact, I'll start at 4. Psalm 10:4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them, man. Let me see what that says in the NLT. See what someone can work with. Yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They snare at all their enemies, man. Let's look up that word for puffing in the Hebrew. I don't think they have it. Yeah, they do. The Hebrew word there for puffing is pawah. Pawah, and it says to breathe, to blow, to cause, to exhale, to pant at, to breathe out after, to blow a blast, to break, blow, bring into a snare, to scoff, right? And he's promising that his allies are basically his enemies, man. He was shaking hands with this dude, and any suggestion, let me see what they said.
That allies will not defend each other undermines all of our security, including that of the U.S.
So yeah, it says he said it. Any suggestion that allies will not be defended, each will not defend each other, undermines all of our security, including that of the U.S., man. But this guy, he's saying, look, I'm not going to do it. Nero's saying he's not going to do it. He's saying a lot of shit. And they, like you said, it's likely him and Joe Biden going to face off, and this guy's going to win. And if he wins, it's already it for America. And that's why we want this guy in there. Because, see, it don't matter. There's no skin off of our back who falls, because this is prophecy. This is prophecy. This is giving reason why the 10 horns are going to hate the whore and then blast her with fire, man. Obadiah 1 and Obadiah 1 and 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. When you're in a confederacy, you're in an agreement, right? It says the men that were at peace with thee, your allies, have deceived you. They all deceived her and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, they take their money, they take the military handouts, they take their economic bailouts, right? They have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And that's Esau. Salaki, that is not what I was looking at. I knew that was going to happen. And that's Esau. And this is a house divided. You got from on the right and the left in America, they're divided. You got on the Edomite nations from Russia to America, they're divided. They have no. I was watching this interview. The elders, the Sequonium, Ariala, and Koya Kwam put me on to this when they did their algorithm yesterday, and I was listening to Vladimir Putin and Tucker Carlson's interview, and Vladimir Putin, according to his words, he was trying his best not to go to war with them. He wanted to join NATO. They said no. He wanted to try to figure out a more peaceful situation. They said no. It's like they want to go to war with this man, and they do, because the Lord is putting it in their spirit to go to war with this man. So these are two Edomite nations, Russia and America. All right. Regardless if you see a mixed pot of people, Israelites here, this country is spearheaded by Edomites. They're the ones that do the dictating. They're the ones that make the calls, man. Right? So now you got them split, and they're gonna fall. Again, all their men that are in our confederacy, they deceived you. They made this whore think that she was wanted and she was needed, and at one point she was. But then they're gonna band together and they're gonna fight against her, and they're gonna throw missiles on her. Right? This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 12. Right? Verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing Satan's kingdom divided, and these super elite, they think they got a hand on it, like because they're propping up both sides. You know, they know that America has outlived its usefulness, and America don't want to go out quiet. America don't want to go out as just another nation that's just in agreement with the global. They want to be the head, like they've always been. That's coming to an end, and this war that is fastly approaching is coming, and they can't do nothing about it. And all your allies, all your people are going to be against you because you're divided. You're not together. They got an idea for a new world order. They got an idea for a one world globalization. And in some points it is globalized. But see, the war got to happen. And that's where we're at. We're at this point. We're at this junction where we're seeing the early throes of why the whore is going to be hated amongst her allies, particularly the Ten Horns. You got Germany. You got Germany Major, Germany Minor. These are the old heads. These are the old ruling heads of the Edomites, the Greeks, the Romans, the French, the Greeks, the Romans, Germania Minor, Germania Minor. You had the British. I might be out of order, but yeah, British, the French, Spanish. All right. Those are the 7 heads, and the 10 horns are those common markets, right? What you knew as the EEC, those European Economic Community, which morphed into the European Union, which the different countries that fall under that, and those are all Edomite countries, but they're not as strong as America. They're not as strong as Russia. And America, through NATO, has been using its military might and funding to prop these nations up. If somebody attack you, we're going to attack back. It's a mutual agreement. And they will all come together. That's what they said. That's what they said. I think if you watch this video, which you should, later on in this particular video, one of those foreign ministers, he said, look, we went into a war with you in the Middle East, and we didn't send you no bill. That's what they said. And they're basically saying that, like, we're not supposed to send you money. We ain't gonna. That ain't the agreement. The agreement is that we're going to defend one another. But America, particularly Nero, Trump, he's saying, look, that's a failed plan. Right here.
Not owe the U.S. money, but they do commit to spending a certain amount on national defense, and most of them have not reached that goal.
Right. So here it is. Trump basically calling them out. Look, y'all agreed y'all was going to spend this much on the defense. Maybe y'all ain't bought no weapons from America. Maybe y'all ain't bought no intelligence from America. But y'all supposed to buy that, and y'all ain't did that. It says they do not pay state dues. They do not owe the U.S., but they do commit to spending on defense.
On national defense, and most of them have not reached that goal.
And the majority of them have not reached that goal. They've just been using the whore, and she getting tired. And now, through her head, Trump, King Trump, this man, King DJT, you know, he's calling them out on that, and they ain't trying to hear that. So that's going to stoke that fire for the Ten Horns to hate the whore, and this is where we're at. All right. So when this war get hot, and it's gonna get hot, a lot of these European countries, they're dependent on Russian gas. All Russia got to do is cut the gas off, cut the natural gas pipeline off, and they're done. Or one winter, or they're out of here. They're gonna be crippled because America ain't gonna ship them no natural gas, and it's hard to do such a thing. So we're already at the precipice of the whore being hated. So that's a shalom.